Thank you so much, professors, for taking the time today to talk to us about the Argentina World of Wine program. So if you could please take a moment to introduce yourselves.
Thank you. Yes, and thank you very much, Erica, for allowing us to say a few words. I'm Clara Orban. I'm professor of French and Italian here at DePaul, and I've also been teaching a course, Geography 350, The World of Wine, for about almost 20 years now. And in the last 3 years, now starting our 4th year, this program has actually taken students abroad. And I'm thrilled that this year we will be going back to Argentina in December.
Hi, Erica, and thanks also for inviting us. This is a great opportunity to talk about our program. And I'm Glenn Carmen. I teach Spanish, professor of Spanish, and I've been teaching for a long time at DePaul, but this is the first time I'm able to go with Clara on a study abroad program. I was so delighted that she asked me to come along with her World of Wine program, and Argentina is a fantastic place to go for this topic.
Thank you both so much for that. So now, could you both please give us an overview of the program, where you'll be going, what you'll be studying, things of that nature?
Thank you. I'll talk, in terms of what we're studying, I'll talk about the geography course. Students going on this program will be taking a course called Geography 350, The World of Wine, on Thursdays from 4:20 to 5:50. And we will be indeed studying all the wines of the areas of the world that are well known today for wines. And we'll also speculate a little bit about what will happen to agriculture in general and viticulture given global warming. And then we all meet with the students in Buenos Aires at the very end of November, right after Thanksgiving. And we spend a few days in Buenos Aires. From there, we take an internal flight to Mendoza. You see the gorgeous Andes Mountains behind me here and these vineyards. This is where we will be going to take a course at the University of Mendoza on viticulture of the world, but with particular emphasis on South America and Argentina. And the university will take us to some vineyards so we can see their operations. Remember, it will be late spring in November, December in Argentina, so we should be able to see some lovely green vineyards, just like you have here in the background. We take another internal flight back from Mendoza to Buenos Aires, and our trip ends in Buenos Aires with students then who wish to continue exploring that may do so.
And I will be teaching a course on Argentina, introducing students to the history of Argentina, from gauchos to the tango to the tumultuous 20th century and to contemporary Argentine life, the culture of Argentina and the daily life of Argentina. I'm going to teach 2 sections of this course, one in English, anyone can take, and another version in Spanish for those who have at least a 106 level of Spanish that can improve their Spanish and study this topic in Spanish. And so what we'll do, this will be on Tuesdays in the late afternoon, and I'll alternate one Tuesday with one Tuesday, one group will be online and the other group will be in class, and we'll alternate. But we'll also have some joint sessions of both groups. So you do not need to know Spanish to go on this trip. But if you do know Spanish, it's a great opportunity to improve your Spanish practices. We'll be visiting Buenos Aires, and it's a cosmopolitan city with a vibrant art and music scene. So as Professor Orban mentioned, we'll be going in December, so late spring, early summer. It's a fantastic time when there's a lot more street life, and even more street life than usual. It's a great time in the mild weather to visit Buenos Aires.
Thank you so much. Could you both share some of the highlights of the program? Any activities or cultural experiences, special visits, and those sorts of things that the students will be partaking in?
I'll let Professor Carmen talk a little bit more about Buenos Aires, but definitely for me, spending a little more time in Buenos Aires is going to be one of the highlights. It really is one of the most amazing cities in the world. There are some very exciting things that we're going to do in Mendoza. We will be in the classroom. I mean, remember that you'll be taking 30 hours of wine-centered education while we're there. But last time, I'm basing myself on what happened 3 years ago, we actually had lectures from one of the most important architects in Argentina who specializes in creating winery structures that blend into the landscape. We had lectures by the main enologist of Norton Vineyards, whom you may know, one of the most important vineyards in Argentina and in the world. And I'm very much looking forward to an intermediate course on Malbec wine. I have a bottle right here because the Malbec grape is really now probably the most important grape in Argentina. And I know that we will be able to taste a lot of Malbec and learn a lot more about it from some of the experts there. So I'm really very excited about the Mendoza part of it.
Well, in Buenos Aires, and you can see an outdoor cafe behind me from Buenos Aires, you'll sure get to spend time in some outdoor cafe. But we'll also be visiting some of the historical sites that we've studied, like the Pink House. They have for their president instead of a White House. We'll see some of the few fantastic museums that they have, certainly. But we're also going to explore neighborhoods, and the students will explore neighborhoods on their own, and from downtown, of course, but also the old section of San Telmo, upscale Recoleta, artsy Palermo. We'll see how the many immigrant communities have helped shape modern life in Argentina.
Great, thank you so much. Could you both tell us what are you most excited about in leading this program?
Well, as always, I'm very excited to meet many of the students who are going to come with us. I mean, just as with all the classes I teach, I love meeting the students on the first day, getting to know them a little bit, and finding out why they're interested in coming to South America, why they're interested in learning more about wine, and seeing how this will fit into their future goals. And I'm students because hopefully that will become, if it already isn't a part of who they are, hopefully traveling, meeting people from different places, getting to know different cultures will become a part of their lives for the rest of their lives. And to share at least a part of that with them will be extremely exciting for me.
Yeah, sharing my love of Latin America with the students. This is what I'm most looking forward to. Getting to know them and see how they can enjoy and learn about Latin America, Argentina in this case, and help them explore. And if they know Spanish, giving them a chance to practice with the Argentines who are more than happy to help. So they're just delighted that people are using Spanish, and so they're happy to help them learn. This is it's really exciting for me to see students explore and learn about a new culture like this. So yes, I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you both. Could you please tell students why you think they should choose this program?
Well, I think there's some emotional reasons and there's some practical reasons. First of all, emotional. I certainly hope that choosing this program will allow students to develop a love for travel, for South America, for learning other cultures. And there are several practical reasons as well. The beverage industry is one of the top 10 employers in the United States. And many people who work in the beverage industry don't really have an in-depth knowledge of what they are trying to sell. And I think that being able to say that you've taken an enology class, a wine-specific class, will put your resume to the top of the pile. Argentina is a major producer, and South America in general is one of the up and coming areas for wine. There are some areas like Europe where, you know, the production and the demand is pretty much stable because it has such a long history. But just the other day, I was reading about the increased interest in Peruvian wines, Brazilian wines. Uruguay is now considered by far number 3 in South America. So having a foothold and a in-depth knowledge of especially South American wines, I think will be an excellent investment in students' future.
I'll just add that you know, this is not only a way to enjoy Argentine food, wine, and cultural life, but connect them to the historical and contemporary forces. And you know, the wine industry is a useful angle to use to understand another society better. And this is the one we're going to use. And along the way, students end up learning so much about the United States when they leave and go abroad. And then I'll pitch one more, once again, the Spanish, because it's a great opportunity to practice your Spanish if you know some Spanish, or if you don't know any Spanish, to pick up some Spanish. So it's fun and a great time to go, a great place to go.
Thank you both so much for that. So if there are, do you guys have any final thoughts you want to leave the students with before we wrap up?
Well, just to emphasize, I'm sure that as we move towards the showcase, you'll be doing this for our students, but that the deadline for applications have been extended to June 15th. So students have until June 15th to put in a completed application online. And we very much look forward to reading those applications and to welcoming students into the program.
Right, and if they have any questions about the program, please, they should let us know. We'll be happy to talk to them about it.
Great, thank you so much.